Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel here at Flint House Rehabilitation Centre. My name is Ronan and this is Nathan. We're going to be running through a basic return to exercise for the upper limb. So that's involving your shoulder, elbow, wrist and hand and every other part of the body involved. So this session is going to be a follow along session. So we'll be working through this so you can just follow along if you've got any exercise equipment. We're going to be using some really low level dumbbells, a dowel for a broom handle and some really light kettlebells. So finding anything around the house that you can have, such as tins of beans, etc., that could be a nice way of getting you started on this session. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of an easier session for mobility and a little bit of basic strength. Nathan's going to be doing a little bit more of a difficult one, so you can follow along whichever one is suitable for you. So let's get started. First movement is flexion. So lifting up overhead, if you can, following Nathan. While I'm on the floor, doing what we call a balance point exercise. So we're doing those movements, trying to get as far overhead as we can, briefly pausing to get a bit of mobility and stretch, and back down to touch the legs. If you're doing a more difficult standing exercise, making sure that you're doing a weight that's difficult, but you're still able to achieve full range of motion overhead. And last one. Good. Next exercise, Nathan's going to be doing a side raise, while I'm going to do balance point side raise. So we're lifting this arm up, keeping it in line with the spine, and again, going as far into range as possible, and slowly back down. Again, with the standing side raise, making sure you're doing slow controlled movements, and getting full range of motion. On the floor, this is a good way of using gravity and the weight to pull you into a little bit more range and pausing and stretch.
Last couple.
Our next exercise, what we're going to do is elbow support to the knee, holding your weights, and we're working into internal rotation, and then I'm assisting my hand to get it back to the top. So it's slow and controlled rotations, very useful for getting the rotator cuff, tendons and muscles of the shoulder activating after injury or after surgery. So I'm using my other hand to assist you to get that weight back to the top position, where Nathan is working all the way through the range, top to bottom.
Let's go.
Next exercise is a bit of getting set up on the floor. I'm going to use this dowel stick. Nathan's going to start straight away with the weights. So we're working into extension while laying down, having your head supported so that you can breathe. I'm going to use a stick. As it's a little bit lighter, we're starting with our head down. We're just extending up and back down. Good cue. Squeeze those shoulder blades up off the floor and then lift. Really good for range of motion and building up some strength in the back of the shoulder. Let's go. Next exercise we're going to be doing is a press. So for me on the floor, I'm going to be using an upside down kettlebell while laying on the floor. I'm just pressing up towards the ceiling and back there. Bringing in a bit of a rotation as well. Possible. Nathan's doing a full standing overhead kettlebell press. A good progression. If you're able to do an overhead, will develop good strength and stability in that plane of motion. If you don't have a kettlebell at home, water bottle, 2 litre water bottle, half of the water missing, and still not too much. Last exercise of the round, we're going to be doing a bit of weight bearing. So we're just holding into lifting the knees slightly off the floor, hands directly underneath the shoulders, and we're just having a nice strong pillar from wrist, elbow, and shoulder. Take the weights if you need to. Put a little bit more weight. You go into a full plank position and hold if you're able to tolerate. If not, 4.8. Lift those knees. Nathan's doing a shoulder tap, which gives you a single arm balance and weight bearing. And he's doing it on his knees. And again, working for 60 seconds, but taking breaks if you need to. Round. There we go, that's round one. So we're going back again. We're going to do 2 more rounds of this, so follow along if you can. On the balance point, if you can, try and go a little bit further into range, into that little bit of stiffness, tightness in the shoulder, hold, and bring it back to the center. If you feel you can, on the harder version, just increase the weight, do as many repetitions as you can. If you start to tire, drop those weights and finish off with a lighter weight if you have access.
Last one.
From there to our side raise. Same principles apply. Lifting that arm up to the side, as far as you can into range, and gently back down. On the standing version, using a little bit of a heavier weight if you have access. Do as many repetitions as you can with good control, and drop the weights into the lighter weight. If we're back to our elbow supported rotations, and our arms. As a progression on the lowering one, with assistance, you just concentrate on slowing down that rotation for a 5-second lowering phase, and really get the muscles going, and then assist again as we work. That tempo of about 4 to 5 seconds. Control.
One more.
Back into our extensions. Lifting those shoulders away from the floor, squeezing the shoulder blades, and extend up. One more. On this, to get the shoulder and rotator cuff more involved, creating a corkscrew rotation motion as you push overhead, as well as in the chest press.
More.
Good. So this time we're going to do a knee plank hold. Taking that weight through the wrist, elbow, the shoulder. Progress this as Nathan's doing the shoulder tap motion. Building up the endurance, the time to be able to hold this progress, and this will come with time. Progress with your knees, straight plank, and your shoulder taps also. Do as many repetitions as you can, and always regress back. And into our third and final round. Start with our balance point flexions and front raise. As we start to tire, really important to make sure that the movement quality is the most important. Start to tire, dropping down the weights if you have access to weights, or just moving the arms without any weights. You need to. Last couple. Again, always trying to increase the range on the floor if you can. And maintaining good, great, full range of motion during standing exercise.
That's one.
challenging that lowering phase, slowing down the tempo.
One.
Time into our leg extensions. Stay from the side this time. So lifting those shoulders up and extend.
Let's go.
Last set of our pressing exercises. Good control, create mat rotation, corkscrew, mat weight. You can use dumbbells, water bottles, or if you have access to kettlebells, making that unstable, having to create stability through the shoulder.
Let's go.
Final weight bearing exercise. Our holds again. Starting on that 4-point kneeling. I'm just going to lift my knees this time for variety. Makes it more challenging. While Nathan does shoulder tap variation. And again, always taking rest if you need to. There we have it. That's 3 rounds, 1 minute on each exercise. You can follow along, do the easier versions that I've done here, or the more difficult exercises that Nathan has done on this side. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and if you've got any questions, write them down in the bottom of this video, and we'll reply as soon as we can. Thank you.